Alrighty, here we've got Bottle Pilgrim Redux being played on Xbox Series X. Courtesy of the publisher, I want to thank them very much for the review opportunity. So this is a walking simulator that tells the story of a guy that ends up losing his wife to cancer and coming to grips with having to raise his daughter on his own, and the sense of loss and regret that he has, um, and ultimately finding peace. It's a really beautiful and emotional, engaging story, and it's very well written. The one, well, actually, there's a couple things I don't really care for about the game. I'll get into that here in a second. But as you go through these environments, you're going to hear uh, the guy talk about his life and what transpired and how he's coming to grips with all of it. Graphically speaking, the game looks really good. I like the way the game looks. Um, the music's okay. I have turned down the music and sound effects and given the voice more prominence because it's really hard to hear when it gets all emotional like with the music. The one thing I don't like about the game, really the only thing I don't like about the game is the fact that when you move, so if I go ahead and move like if I moved the camera around or the character around, um, when you move fast, it feels almost jerky, and it's like very poorly optimized. It just feels sluggish to me. But really, that's the only really downside of the game. I feel like as outside of the voice that you hear when he's describing things, it sounds not too clear, almost like it's being recorded through an answering machine. I'm not sure if that's intended, or if it's just the way that it was described. I'm not sure, but I wish the voice was a bit more clear and easier to understand, which is another reason why I turned down the music and sound effects.
I like to go for long walks, walks that cleanse the lungs and cleanse the spirit. This walk, though, has particular meaning for me, and it's a pilgrimage I make every year at this time.
So you can hear the music in the background. Um, and you can see what I mean by it kind of chugs here and there. And this is walking faster. I can hit the B button. This is walking speed. This is the equivalent of running or walking, like power walking, I guess. You also hit Y to auto move, which is nice. So you can just control the camera, which is nice. The environments are beautiful to look at.
I can remember every detail of my wife's appearance, even though she's been gone for nearly 10 years. I remember how her cheekbones would rise when she smiled. Remember her long, raven black hair flowing down her back like a shiny waterfall. I also remember how she looked without hair.
As far as walking simulators goes, it's a pretty good game. Um, there are drawings you can find in your adventures, and each drawing you find will unlock an achievement. It's drawings from your kid. As I would presume that's the case. I'm going to show you one right up here. Or no, I thought it was right here. Maybe it's not here. No, it was back at the building. There's wildlife, pigs and stuff, which is kind of cool. And they'll actually run away from you. Or just disappear, because somebody probably ran up that way. Oh wait, is he right? He's right here. Maybe they'll run away. But yeah, outside of being poorly optimized and the audio with the voiceover,
She was still beautiful, and she could still smile, but not as often as she used to. The sickness came and went quickly enough, but when it went, it took her with it. I was only 31 years old at the time. She, 33, and our daughter, Emily, had only recently turned 6.
so I was saying, aside from the sluggishness, everything coming at you as you're moving through the environment, outside of the voice quality being a little bit of an issue, this game's a beautiful game. It tells a great story, um, and it's kind of fun and relaxing. You just kind of take everything all in. Like I was saying, there are drawings you can find. This one here is of his wife getting chemo, his daughter holding a hand, and he's holding her other hand, and they're looking at the clock apparently. I don't know, that might be pizza. I think it's a clock though. So yeah, really fun, unique walking simulator. Um, the only other thing I don't like is the fact that there's really no direction in which you have to take. It just kind of lets you meander about, which can be a bit frustrating if you're in a larger environment, not knowing where to go. Um, but at the same time, it's kind of good to be able to just wander around aimlessly. It's kind of a way to escape, so to speak. But I'm gonna go in the review here, guys. I'm gonna look at a bottle.
It's hard enough for a parent to raise a young child on their own, doubly so when that child is of the opposite gender, yet that's precisely the predicament I found myself in when Cassandra died.
So I'm gonna review here. A beautiful walking sim, definitely worth checking out. Bottle Pilgrim Redux, available now. I'll leave a link to get the game if you want to get it in the description down below, as I always do. I thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, and as always, until next time, take care, happy gaming.